Hola and welcome to ProSpanish. The language you're going to learn now is very versatile. I've made it easy to learn, so let's get started. We're going to begin with some verbs. So llamar a is to call. Llamar a, to call. So we could have llamar a un taxi, to call a taxi. Llamar a un taxi, to call a taxi. Llamar a la policía, to call the police. Llamar a la policía. Llamar a un médico. Un médico is a doctor. So we've got a taxi, the police, a doctor. Llamar a un médico, to call a doctor. If you're new to ProSpanish, you don't need to try to commit this to memory, just follow the flow of the lesson. Next we have jugar al. So jugar al is to play, whatever it might be. So jugar al fútbol, to play football. Jugar al tenis, to play tennis. Jugar al golf, to play golf. It's nice, easy to remember. Jugar al fútbol, jugar al tenis, and jugar al golf. Next we have pedir. Pedir is to order. Pedir. Pedir una pizza, to order a pizza. Pedir un café, to order a coffee. Pedir un Uber, to order an Uber. You could have one from the top. Pedir un taxi, to order a taxi. You could pedir online, to order online. Next we have to go to somewhere. So ir a, to go to wherever it might be. Ir a la playa, to go to the beach. Ir a una discoteca, to go to a disco, but we'd probably say to go to a club. To go to a club, ir a una discoteca. Una fiesta, nice and easy, a party. Ir a una fiesta, to go to a party. Next is to do something, to do something. Hacer algo. Hacer algo, to do something. Hacer algo importante, to do something important. Hacer algo diferente, to do something different. So hacer, to do. Hacer algo, to do something. Again, don't bother trying to commit these to memory, just follow the flow. Salir is to go out. Salir, to go out. Okay, let's play around with these a moment. How would you say to order something different? So you need to find the word that means to order, and then find something different. So how would we say to order something different? Pedir algo diferente. Pedir algo diferente. How about to play rugby? See if you can guess what that would be, to play rugby. Jugar al rugby. Jugar al, to play. Jugar al rugby, to play rugby. Okay, let's look at some other words that could go with this column. So we've got conmigo, contigo. Conmigo, contigo. With me, with you. Conmigo, contigo. With me, with you. Mañana, nice and easy. Mañana is tomorrow. Mañana. Con Miguel, with Miguel. And you can see the with from conmigo and contigo, with me, with you. Con Miguel, with Miguel. And then we have para Ana, for Ana. Para Ana, for Ana. What do you think it would be to say for Miguel? What would that be? Para Miguel. Para Miguel. So para, for. Al final, the final, in the final, we would just say in the end is how that would be translated. In the end, al final. Al final. And al final, and in the end, we've got de todos modos. A nice phrase that, which means anyway. De todos modos. De todos modos. Anyway, or anyways. Okay, let's have a look at putting those two columns together. How would you say to call a taxi for Anna? What do you think that would be? To call a taxi for Anna. And pause the video if you need some extra thinking time. Llamar a un taxi para Ana. Llamar a un taxi para Ana. To call a taxi for Anna. And we're only just getting started, but already you can see how versatile and how useful this language is. And all our step-by-step ProSpanish courses have this feature of versatile and easy-to-use language. Okay, how would we say to go out with Miguel? What would that be? To go out with Miguel. Salir con Miguel. Salir con Miguel. And how about to go to a party in the end? To go to a party in the end. What would that be? Ir a una fiesta al final. Ir a una fiesta al final. How about to do something different with me? To do something different with me. What would that be? Hacer algo diferente conmigo. Hacer algo diferente conmigo. To do something different with me. And how about to go to the beach anyway? Like I'm going to do it anyway. To go to the beach anyway. What would that be? Ir a la playa de todos modos. Ir a la playa de todos modos. To go to the beach anyway. And you can see that you don't have to study for years before you can start using quite natural phrases, native sounding phrases like anyway. Okay, let's go to the start. And this is kind of where the magic happens. You can think of these as power phrases or power words. So quiero is I want. Quiero, I want. And then to say you want, or as a question, do you want, is just quieres. So quiero, I want, but you want or do you want, quieres. Quieres. I have to is tengo que. I have to. Tengo que. You have to is tienes que. And you can see that es ending, which is the same as the es ending on quieres, you want or do you want. So tienes que is you have to. And it could be a question, do you have to? Tienes que whatever. But we'll use it more as a kind of command, you have to. Tienes que. Suelo, very useful. And it translates as I tend to or I usually do something. I tend to call a taxi at the end of an evening. I usually call a taxi at the end of an evening. So suelo. Curiously, suelo also means floor, the floor, el suelo. But here we're using it to mean I tend to, suelo. Acabo de is really useful and it means I've just, as in I've just done something. So I've just called a taxi for Anna, for example. Acabo de. And next, the future. Voy a. I'm going to. Voy a. I'm going to. And vas a. You're going to. Vas a. You're going to. So we're squeezing a lot in here, but it's all very easy to learn. You'll learn it now. And after all, this is a sprint, so we're using this to give you a jump in your level. Okay, so have a listen and see if you can work out what's being said. So just refer to the table as I go across. Quiero jugar al fútbol con Miguel. Quiero jugar al fútbol con Miguel. What does that mean? I want to play football with Miguel. How about tengo que ir a una fiesta mañana. Tengo que ir a una fiesta mañana. I have to go to a party tomorrow. What does this mean? Acabo de pedir una pizza para Ana. Acabo de pedir una pizza para Ana. I've just ordered a pizza for Anna. What about this one? Let's have a question. ¿Vas a salir con Miguel? ¿Vas a salir con Miguel? Are you going to go out with Miguel? How about tengo que jugar al tenis de todos modos. Tengo que jugar al tenis de todos modos. I have to play tennis anyway. And what does this mean? Suelo hacer algo diferente con Miguel. Suelo hacer algo diferente con Miguel. I tend to do something different with Miguel, or I usually do something different with Miguel. Now try this one. I'm mixing it up a little bit, but all the vocabulary is here. Voy a pedir una pizza. ¿Quieres algo? Voy a pedir una pizza. ¿Quieres algo? And that was I'm going to order a pizza. Do you want something? ¿Quieres? Do you want? We know something is algo. ¿Quieres algo? Do you want something? So, voy a pedir una pizza. ¿Quieres algo? Okay, let's swap it around now. And you do the talking. So how would you say, I tend to order an Uber anyway. I tend to order an Uber anyway. Suelo pedir un Uber de todos modos. Suelo pedir un Uber de todos modos. And how would you ask the question, do you want to go to a party with me? Do you want to go to a party with me? ¿Quieres ir a una fiesta conmigo? ¿Quieres ir a una fiesta conmigo? And you can see that by knowing ir a, or knowing the phrase, the starting bit, ¿Quieres ir a? Do you want to go to? It's very easy to pick up, to learn all the different places that you could ask somebody to go. And it could just be the name of a town. ¿Quieres ir a Madrid conmigo? Do you want to go to Madrid with me? ¿Quieres ir a Portugal conmigo? Do you want to go to Portugal with me? Okay, how would you say, I have just played golf with Miguel? Acabo de jugar al golf con Miguel. Acabo de jugar al golf con Miguel. How about, are you going to order something? So we have to swap a few things around here. Are you going to order something? What would that be? ¿Vas a pedir algo? ¿Vas a pedir algo? How would you say, you have to call a doctor for Anna? Tienes que llamar a un médico para Ana. Tienes que llamar a un médico para Ana. Let's do this one again, swapping things around a little bit. Anyway, I have to do something important tomorrow. So we're going to start with anyway. Anyway, I have to do something important tomorrow. What would that be? De todos modos, tengo que hacer algo importante mañana. De todos modos, tengo que hacer algo importante mañana. Let's try another one of those where we swap it around. How would we say, in the end, I'm going to go to a party with Anna. In the end, I'm going to go to a party with Anna. What would that be? Al final, voy a ir a una fiesta con Anna. With Anna, not for Anna, con Anna. So again, al final, voy a ir a una fiesta con Anna. So a very useful sprint to raise your level. And you can add so much new language to any of these 3 columns. In the middle column, you can use any verb phrases. And the good thing is that once you've learnt the infinitive, the to do, then it's a small step to then learn to conjugate, so to change it to either the present or the past or whatever it might be, the conditional. So for example, if in the past I did something, it's E with an accent, so llamé is I called. Llamé, I called. Jugué, I played. So very easily we can say, I called the police. Llamé a la policía. I played tennis with Miguel. Jugué al tenis con Miguel. And you can think of your Spanish as a balloon that is being blown up, and you get more and more conversational language. So before we go to the more advanced part of this lesson, a reminder that the full levels 1 to 6 course is available exclusively from prospanish.co.uk. So for this more advanced part of the video, we're going to keep a lot of the language the same. Our starting point, though, is going to be different. So we've got espero que, I hope that. Quiero que, I want that. Prefiero que, I prefer that. Necesito que, I need that. Sugiero que, I suggest that. And this group of verbs are all triggers to the subjunctive. So you would always have a subjunctive verb following these phrases. And the grouping of these triggers, we could call it wishes or desires. So wanting, hoping, suggesting something to happen or somebody to do something. So that means that our next column is the same kind of content as before, but we're just going to change it from infinitive to you subjunctive. And you may already know that in this case we're doing you. So for example, if you are learning to say the present you in Spanish, you'd be thinking, okay, it's either going to end in AS or ES. So for example, in the case of llamar, you call, I'd be thinking, okay, it's either llamas or llames. I'd know it's an AR, so I'd know it's llamas. But in the subjunctive, it's just the other one. So if it's llamas or llames, it's going to be llames because the indicative is llamas. So it's just the opposite one. So llames, you call, subjunctive. The same underneath. Juegas is the indicative you play, the normal you play. So it's the other one, juegues. Pides is you order. So it's not the ES one, it's the opposite one, it's pidas. Pidas una pizza. You order a pizza, in the subjunctive. An irregular one is vayas. You go, subjunctive. And then these last two, hagas, you do, and salgas, you go out, subjunctive. Okay, so just listen to these phrases and work out what's being said. Espero que hagas algo diferente para Ana. Espero que hagas algo diferente para Ana. I hope that you do something different for Anna. And in English, we would most likely leave out the that. I hope you do something different for Anna. What does this mean? Sugiero que pidas una pizza. Sugiero que pidas una pizza. I suggest that you order a pizza. How about quiero que vayas a una discoteca conmigo. Quiero que vayas a una discoteca conmigo. I want you to go to a party with me. Now, more literally, it's I want that you go, but we don't say that in English. We say I want you to go wherever. What does this mean? Prefiero que juegues al golf mañana. Prefiero que juegues al golf mañana. I prefer that you play golf tomorrow. How about necesito que hagas algo importante conmigo. Necesito que hagas algo importante conmigo. I need that you do, but we wouldn't say that. We would say, I need you to do something important with me. Okay, let's swap it around. How would you say, I hope that you go to the beach in the end? Espero que vayas a la playa al final. Espero que vayas a la playa al final. How about I suggest you go out with Miguel. Sugiero que salgas con Miguel. Sugiero que salgas con Miguel. How about I want you to order an Uber. Quiero que pidas un Uber. Quiero que pidas un Uber. How would you say, I want you to call a doctor anyway? Quiero que llames a un médico de todos modos. Quiero que llames a un médico de todos modos. How about I suggest you do something anyway. Sugiero que hagas algo de todos modos. Sugiero que hagas algo de todos modos. And let's mix it around. How would you say, anyway, I suggest you call Miguel. De todos modos, sugiero que llames a Miguel. De todos modos, sugiero que llames a Miguel. And that concludes today's ProSpanish lesson. As mentioned earlier, if you're looking to become a confident and a competent speaker of Spanish, then head over to prospanish.co.uk where you can download the full Levels 1 to 6 course.